Hey guys, day one of the new program. We're ready to get started. For our mobility today, we are going to start with the couch stretch for 2 minutes and then immediately following with the Hinge and Touch series for 1 minute. So we're going to start on the right side. So I'm going to put Tyler down here on the wall, if you could. We're going to get his knee as far close to the wall as he can. Okay, heels in line with the butt. He's going to push his hips down as far as he can. If you need more explanation on the couch stretch, we have plenty of other videos to lead you to that. Look for them in the description part. So as soon as he's done, 2 minutes, he's going to stand up and he's going to immediately go into 1 minute of the Hinge and Touch series. Okay, so any of the movements that he wants to get out of that, again, if you'd like to see a video of our description of the Hinge and Touch series, go into the description and the link is right there. Good job, Tyler. All right, so that's it for our mobility to get started today. Then we are going to go right into our warm-up. We have running, pushing, and pulling, and sit-ups today in our workout. So we're going to do a lot of things that are going to help get that prepped and ready to go. So 4 rounds, 30 seconds of high knees. With the high knees, if you could look from the side, make sure you're getting your knees up. Don't be lazy. Show them lazy. That's lazy. Knees up. It's only 30 seconds. We've done a minute in the past. People complain that that's a really long time for high knees. We're going to give you 30 seconds and see if you can do them right. Then we're going to go into 1 minute of inchworm to dive bomber. The goal of this one really is to actually get our shoulder mobility in. If you notice in our mobility, we didn't do any upper body work. So this is it. This is the point where you get to kind of get through some of that stuff. So he's going to start standing, feet are hip width apart. He's going to walk his hands out into about his down dog position. Okay, and from his down dog, he's going to actually do a little dive bomber here, get as low to the ground as he can, and then come up into a cobra. Hang out here. If this feels good, hang out. So there's 2 options here. Option 1 is just to push your hips back and go into down dog. Can you do that for me? Just hips back and down dog. Option number 2, we'll see if Tyler's talented enough to do it. Can you just do another dive bomber? Yep. Oh, that's much cleaner. Nice. I like it. There was a word there. Yeah, good job. Okay, so 1 minute of those. I'm anticipating like 3 to 5 reps, guys. Not a ton of reps. Take your time on these. Feel it out, stretch it out, get your core loosened up, get your T-spine opened up, all that good stuff. Then we're going to go immediately into 30 seconds of butt kickers. So again, from the side, what we're looking for here is to make sure we're still getting our knee up in the front. Okay, old school butt kickers look like this. Okay, that is not there's no progression to that to help your running. Okay, if we keep the knee coming up, it's going to help us in the future with our running. Then we're going to go into 1 minute of down dog with heel pumps. So what I would do with this is I'd do a good down dog, press the head through, really loosen those shoulders. I would do about 10 slow heel pumps per side, make it feel good. And then maybe I'd come into a plank for 10 seconds. So just press out into a plank, hold that for a little bit, and then down dog again. Maybe, yeah, if you want to throw something else in there, a side plank. You've got a minute here and we're doing 4 rounds. So as you progress through the rounds, add some different stuff in there. What we're looking for here is prepping our body for the workout. So be creative with that one. Then we have 30 seconds of jumping jacks. The reason we're doing the jumping jacks is to make sure that we're getting our shoulders nice and loose and ready because we have a lot going on today. So make sure the elbows stay straight. No bent elbows. We show bad. That's a lazy PE person. Jumping jacks. Very nice. And then we're going to do 30 seconds of alternating bird dogs. So go ahead, like a little bit of an angle, if you would. Right there. Perfect. Beautiful. Bird dogs look like this. We're going to be in a nice, strong tabletop position. One arm's going to go out. One leg's going to go out. Good. And then back in and out. Working on some balance here. If you want, you can pull your knee all the way in and meet your elbow there. And then we're getting a little thoracic spine mobility in there as well. So maybe do 2 reps per side and then move on. Only 30 seconds on this one, so you're not going to get a ton of reps in, but it's a really great corrective exercise. All right. So our workout of the day today is actually a test. We are going to test our military fitness. For our new program right now, we are kind of seeing what we can do with body weight stuff. So we're going to start with 2 minutes of max push-ups. So on our push-ups today, we want everyone on the floor. So we're not scaling with height. So you are not going to go into an incline press unless you absolutely 100% cannot push yourself off the floor. However, that being said, if you fell down on the ground and you were face down, I guarantee you would be able to use your arms to be able to press yourself to stand up again. So there's always an option. Here are our points of performance for that today. Making sure that your finish position is always nice and strong here. He's squeezing the butt. He's pulling the rib cage in towards his hip bones. When he lowers himself down, his elbows stay in tight. Okay, his chest always touches the floor and comes up. Okay, if you are one of those people that doesn't have the strength to be able to do this strict like he just did, you can do a kipping push-up or a snake up, sometimes we call it. Or if this is all brand new to you, go ahead and relax all the way on the ground. Blech, right? Get up however you can. The rep finishes when you're back into your plank. Okay? We want to see how many times can you do that in a minute. Would you mind facing the camera and doing another push-up where they can see your elbows not flaring? Our point of performance today, you guys, is hold the standard of the movement. So what we're really looking for here is that the elbow pit is facing forward. When he comes down, we got a nice strong position. And when he comes up, see how tight his elbows are? He's got a really strong push-up. It looks good. We're bad push-up, elbows flaring. Okay. Whoop. Yeah. We may be doing a military test, but we're not going to do push-ups like the military because they're not transferable to our other movements. All right, then we have a max sit-up test. For this max sit-up test, we are going to pull some military guidelines out. If you have a dumbbell, 2 dumbbells, 1 dumbbell, however you can do it, you could even do it with a kettlebell or just something you can stick your feet under. Or if you have a nice friend that could step on your feet, we can do it that way too. But the knees are going to be together. He's going to touch the floor behind his head and then touch the dumbbell or in front of his feet or to his toes. Okay, so whatever thing is holding your toes, you have to touch that every time for that rep to count. Okay, and you have to touch the floor behind your shoulders, minimum. Got it? That's a full rep. Very nice. Okay, and then we have a max set of strict pull-ups. So I'm going to come over. I'm going to grab the recording device, and we are going to show you what we want for the max pull-up.
Head over to the rig.
To the rig. Can we go right here? Cool. All right, so if you have a pull-up bar, when you jump up, we want to make sure, oh, you jumped up on the high one. Good job. Okay, that is our start position. What is not our start position? That. Okay, so we're doing our lat pull-up to get started. Okay, if we're looking at our feet are pointed toes together, abs are nice and tight, butt is squeezed. So if you see him from the side here, he's holding his hollow position. Looks pretty good. All right, how you doing? Do you need to rest or can you go one?
Go.
All right, let's go. All right, full pull, elbows stay in. Look how they're in line. Chin over and all the way down. Beautiful. Notice how he doesn't relax at the bottom. Dang, you've been working out? That's pretty good. Very nice. Okay, if you don't have a pull-up bar at home, we have connected a link onto our description from this awesome caveman guy who we totally dig. He has 5 variations that you can do at home for your pull-up. I want you to watch that video, pick which variation you think you can do the most, that is going to be challenging for you, but that you can do the most often. So if it doesn't work in your normal life or whatever you're doing in your garage or wherever, that might not be the best option because we're going to go back to it a lot. We're excited to see what people come up with that. Then you're going to rest another 2 minutes, and then we have a 1.5 mile run for time. So real quick reminder, the pull-ups was just a one-time max effort pull-up. So everyone's going to start immediately following their 2-minute max sit-ups. They rest 2 minutes, max effort pull-ups. If I only get 2 and Tyler gets 12, obviously our rest time is then going to be different. So my rest time will start as soon as I'm done. So I will need a form of watching my clock. My watch timer is what I use. Some people use their phones, whatever you want to use. I'll rest 2 minutes after I'm done with my pull-ups, and then I start my 1.5 mile run. This 1.5 mile run is for time. I want you to give it everything you have. You can run all the way out. That would be my recommendation. It's literally just run until, Map My Run says it's 1.5 miles, or if you predetermine your route, however you want to do that, and give it everything you got, and then walk back home for your cool down. Our point of performance today is hold the standard. We talked a lot about that when we showed you the different movements. This only works if you hold the standard for yourself. Right now, you don't have a coach standing in front of you, forcing you to hold the standard. We're putting the discipline on you to be able to perform these movements to the very best of your ability every single rep. And if you can't do it, if you start flaring your elbows on your push-up, if you start kipping on your pull-ups, whatever it is, you need to know you need to stop, rest a little bit, and then pick it up again. The stimulus today is max effort, so giving it everything you can while you're holding the standard of the movements is the goal. Obviously, this is a test, so we want to go red line, everything you've got. We kind of talked about our scales and modifications already. We want everyone doing push-ups on the ground. The sit-ups are the old school style. We feel like everyone's going to be able to make that happen. The pull-ups, see the caveman video, and if you can't run, we want you to do at least 1 mile as fast as you can. So that can be walking, it's fine. We won't make you go the full 1.5 miles unless you would like to, but we feel like everyone can locomote for at least 1 mile, and we want to see how fast you can do that. Recovery today, we are going to do a chest smash. Oh, we failed. With a softball, probably. That's like the easiest one to use in that big area. So we got a softball. Tyler's going to lay on the floor here, get it right up in the pec and the chest. Arm starts behind the back, maybe smash it around, all that good stuff. We did a ton of push-ups in our open foundation workout, and then we did a bunch more today, and those pull-ups, this chest smash is definitely necessary. Lots of push-ups in your future and burpees, so let's make sure that we're actively recovering those muscle groups. The next one we're going to do is the rear delt smash. This is one of my faves. We're going to make sure it's behind the shoulder / in the lat area, that connection point. I would go overhead to start, but you can pull it into your front rack. So this is the overhead position. He's in a nice long line. He's really getting in to that rear delt / lat section. If he wants to pull into a front rack, that puts the arm straight in front of him, and it just hits a little different area. Lastly, we're going to do a calf smash. You can do that on this ball if you want to keep the same implement. Have at it. If you're feeling spicy, you can cross your feet. We can show that on the kettlebell. That's fine.
I also cross.
Cool. So just adds a little extra load. If you've got a kettlebell, we like that too for a good calf smash, or a PVC. You can sit on that and do your calf smash that way. That's it. I think we're good to go. Excited to do this new program with you guys.